Hi there, welcome back to Resident Evil 3, and we're at the secret disposal facility hidden beneath the hospital of Raccoon City, where we've been told they're storing the vaccine for the T-virus. And we need to go and get that vaccine to stop Raccoon City being nuked into oblivion. Oh, hi Nikolai. How are you doing? It looks like he's preparing to give us some sort of evil monologue from over there, so let's not disappoint him. Just going to grab this explosive, and then we'll jump down and listen to him. Okay, never mind. It looks like we have to go up to him instead.
I must admit, I respect your tenacity, but I'm afraid our games end here.
You think this is over?
So, Nikolai has set us up into some sort of death game down here. We need to go and get 3 fuses that are hidden inside this giant monster-infested room. And of course, he's just going to watch us the entire time like a jerk. He's going to enjoy this. So let's put on a good show, I guess. Oh, hi, Palehead. So, I just got rid of that guy quickly before he gave us any problems. Paleheads were introduced in one of the bonus games of Resident Evil 2. And the only way to kill them is with a magnum shot. Any lower powered weaponry is only going to stun them, if even stun them at all. So let's just go and pick up all these fuses. There's also a lot of loot in this area. So that's why we made a lot of inventory space. Okay, let's just have a look around for any extra loot. Nope. Let's go and get our first fuse. So we are able to get out of this area to go and free up our inventory if needed, but hopefully we won't have to. Right, so these bioweapon containers have all been opened by Nikolai, so all their monsters are in this area somewhere. So we're going to have to be careful. Let's get our trusty shotgun out. Hi, dogs. I can hear another dog somewhere. Where are you? Are you stuck behind a wall or something, dog? I want to keep my back to this container because it's a nice way to make sure that it's funneled into an easier target. There we go. Yeah, so Nikolai's going to keep sealing off these areas, trying to get us trapped with the zombies and monsters. So there's another lift here, but there's no button to access it yet. I wasn't even near that one, Nikolai. You need to get better at this. We're just going to search for shelves, check we're not missing any loot. Hi, zombie. I don't think that was a very good shot, but we won't be coming back to this area anyway, so that's not important.
Dead end. No, wait.
Yeah, we'll just sneak through here. I like to think that Nikolai probably purposefully left that open, because he still wanted to give us a chance since he wants to enjoy watching us fail. Right, so there's a ladder that goes down to that area, and there's a red light, so I'm guessing there's a fuse there. So we can access this now to bring it down, but that will just give us better access to that area, so instead we'll go up here. So we can take this and keep going around, or we can go through this door. Hi, zombies. And another Palehead. Hi, zombie. Don't mind me. Right, we didn't get a very good shot on that Palehead then, so you'll take a couple more shots to kill. It's either 1 shot with a magnum to the head or about 2 to the body to kill the Paleheads usually. Right, where did that zombie go? Right, you reset if we go out the door, so we can use that to our advantage. Hi, zombie. Little bit closer. Thank you. Let's see if we can get a shot while he's unaggroed over there. Excellent. Yeah, that was incredibly cheap, but it's hard to hit these pale heads, so I don't mind. Let's make sure there's no loot we're missing. Oh, even more shotgun shells. Don't mind if I do. Don't mind my rabbits, they're just drinking noisily in the background as usual. Right, so let's store the explosives, we don't need them. Store the healing. We don't need all these handgun bullets we picked up, we'll use them later. And we'll also store the fuse, since we're going to come back to this room anyway, when we're on our way to put it in. I guess let's take an extra heal, just in case we get in trouble. Alright, so there's a fuse down here. But there's also suspiciously no monsters. Let's give a quick check for any loot. Ah, here's something. Hunter! Let's dodge back. Okay, we got out of there. Luckily we're invincible when we're on a ladder. And I don't think it can jump up here, so we should be fine. There may have been another item down there, but it's not worth taking on a hunter to go and get it. I thought there would have been something on that box, but there wasn't. So now we can use this lift and pull up the other one. Ah, there's even more inventory. Yeah, this whole place is full of items to pick up. That container hasn't been opened yet. And neither is that one. So this is probably a really stupid idea. Because this is obviously going to be a trap. That sounds like a gamma. That hissing. So let's get our fire grenades out. Right, let's get back up. Yep, the gamma's coming. Hi, gamma. Right, let's deal with these zombies. Oh, didn't see me. Oh, the gamma's still alive. Get off me. Right, we're in trouble. We need to blast this zombie and then keep... Or we could just shoot a fire grenade at our feet, which is probably a really bad idea. Okay, I think the gamma's dead. Yeah, the gamma's dead. Okay. That could have gone a lot worse, so we're going to take it with only one heal used. I'm just going to watch we don't walk by any of their heads in case they're not dead, since we've been doing knee shots instead of headshots.
Alright, here goes.
Okay, that's everything it looks like. Let's go and check the gamma's room, see if he was storing any items. Oh, a green herb, excellent. So we're going to have to combine some stuff. We're going to combine handgun ammo, because we're going to need a lot of handgun ammo at the end of the game. Which we're nearing now. This should be the final part, actually. think I just heard a zombie get up. Oh, well, we're out of there now. We don't need to go back. Okay, so we're still missing an item, and it's probably where that Hunter Beta was. But it is absolutely not worth whatever that item is, since the Betas could one-shot kill us. I guess we'll have a quick check. Where's the Hunter gone? I think he's reset. I'm just going to give a quick check and see if there's any really obvious item we can see from up here. No, not one that's really obvious. So that means we'd have to be searching for it. Okay, so that's everything. Let's put away the gunpowder. Let's get the other fuse back out. We went through quite a lot of shotgun shells, but we still have a lot more, so that's fine. Let's see, I think that's everything we need. Let's put away the handgun bullets. Oh, of course, let's take the magnum rounds. And let's reload the magnum. And we'll put away the spare rounds again. We're just going to take them out if we ever need to reload. Okay, and I don't think we ever need fire grenades again. I think that was the last Hunter Gamma we have to deal with. So we're going to go and get some explosive rounds and put them in the grenade launcher instead. And then we can save the fire grenades for any boss fights. Do we have any explosive gunpowders? We only have A's, which will make us explosive rounds. We don't have any B's. That's okay. Yep, so that should be everything. Let's get a move on. Well, we've just finished Nikolai's death game. Oh, he's also buggered off. I guess he was not pleased by our success. I don't think there's another item up here. What was that? Oh, excellent. It's you guys. Let's see. Grenades. That should stun you. Oh. It's a bit of a waste, but it's going to make sure we don't get attacked by him. Because we heard him making the wind-up sound, so he may have tried to attack us soon.
Shit, he got away. What was he doing in here?
Well, let's have a gander. Unfinished activity log. 9/26, so I think this is American dates, so that's the 26th of November. Infiltrated Raccoon City. Disturbances are sporadic. Commencing mission. 1930. Observed 5 RPD officers engaging a pack 20 strong. Officer is annihilated in 20 minutes. The 27th of September. 12 o'clock. Test runs at the university. Diverted pack, including canines, to campus. 64% infection and conversion in 2 hours. No survivors. 2300. Successful rendezvous with MV platoon. Will make first attempt at dawn. The 28th of September. 4:30. Diverted pack towards command post. Result, night skirmish in confined area with large number of combatants. Video attached. 800 hours. End of skirmish. 7 survivors. 1800. Unknown bioweapon deployed at point D18. Tracking it per orders. It appears to be on the hunt. 20. Got eyes on 2 stars. A male, infected, and female. Bioweapon is pursuing the female. The 29th of September. Female Jill Valentine has made contact with MV platoon. Bioweapons appearance and behavior are consistent with Project N. Investigating. 400. Observed bioweapon wielding conventional weapons. It seems to be strongly fixated on terminating Jill Valentine and knows the city layout, evidence it could be imprinted. At 700 hours, metamorphosis in the bioweapon triggered by a hostile encounter with Jill Valentine. Video attached. So he was recording that incredibly long boss fight we had. Jill Valentine has been infected and is non-responsive. Collected samples per orders. And then on the 30th of September, over 17 hours have elapsed since Jill Valentine's exposure to virus. Conversion has been slow, suggesting she may be resistant. 400. Vaccine recovered and administered to Jill Valentine by CO, Carlos, a soldier in Envely platoon. Jill Valentine expected to be fit for combat approximately 20 hours post-exposure. It seems clear the bioweapon is Project N. Contact with Jill Valentine causes it to change and evolve, will induce further encounters to obtain more precise data. Not Carlos. Nikolai is basically planning to make us fight Nemesis a few more times, it looks like. What a jerk.
Jill.
Tyrell.
I got through. They're willing to negotiate. They'll call off the strike if, and this is one big-ass if, we can deliver the vaccine to them. Before they launch.
How long do we have?
Hours. Maybe.
Then let's not waste one more second.
This way.
Yep, so we've only got a few more hours until the city is annihilated. So we need to end this game as quickly as possible. Let's see, let's just double check our inventory. No, we're fine. Just going to search this room, make sure that we're not missing anything, like this. Ooh, an extended barrel for the Magnum. Oh, I don't mind if I do. This bull barrel reduces recoil and imparts extra speed to bullets, increasing its damage. Oh, that's the best upgrade to get for a Magnum. Okay, let's just do a quick save since we are out of that area now. So now it's time to go and get the T-Virus vaccine and save Raccoon City. Open the door for us, T.
We'll find the vaccine up ahead.
Thanks, mate. You okay over there, T? You look winded.
Sure you don't need to stop?
Stop and do what? I got your back.
All right, let's get this done.
And I've got your front, T. Let's do this together. Oh, hi, Nemesis.
Tyrell!
It's been a while.
Now! Keep going. We're almost there. No! Shit!
That's one effective emergency shutter. But sadly we've lost T. But the good news is, we finally have a way to wash ourselves down after that sewer a few days ago. Yeah, just get rid of all that sewage and all that blood. Okay, now let's get going.
A partial lockdown is in effect. Employees are advised to carry an override key at all times until evacuation is complete.
So now we're in the disposal facility proper, and it sounds like they've got their own problems going on, so we need to go and get one of those override keys. Let's read up about the place. Nest 2 Employee Regulations. Attention Nest 2 employees. The objectives of the T-Virus research facility differ from those of Umbrella's main Nest facility. Here we focus on real-world use cases which arise as new bioweapons are created and introduced, such as the need for the T-Virus vaccines, and new weaponry capable of suppressing bioweapons. Now that sounds useful. Some aspects of our work here can be dangerous, so it's imperative that all employees adhere to workplace regulations without fail. In particular, unauthorized entry by unapproved visitors or the removal of work-related data or materials will be met with severe disciplinary measures. It is a great honor to be part of the finest research organization in the world. Keep this in mind and stick to the rules as we forge new and revolutionary technologies. And now we get access to the map. So Nest 2, the disposal facility, is the final area of the game. So we just came from the sterilization room, there's the storage. And this area was locked off by one of those security locks. And past here is the machinery room. And there's an incubation lab, a normal lab. And over here, there's a big circle that leads to an incredibly obvious boss arena. I mean, what else could that possibly be? So we're going to have to go there at some point. And then there's this other giant room next to it. And then finally there's this long path over here. So that is going to be basically the entirety of this area. It's not very big. And this is another part of the machinery room, it looks like. So let's just take all the inventory here, deposit it all in the box. So we're going to stick to using our Magnum for the pale heads and the shotgun for everything else while we're here for the time being. We're also going to go and take a couple of hand grenades with us. This would be a prime time to use some. Now then, do we also want to take the grenade launcher back with us? I think we do. We can still do with using a few of those grenades. Right, that should be everything. So, let's get started with the nest. Right, this guy doesn't exist. So some of these bodies for some reason don't actually exist, so we don't have to worry about them. Let's get our shotgun back out. How about you? Oh, you're real. You're not anymore. That was a juicy headshot. You're probably a zombie as well. Yep. Whoa, didn't expect you to get up that quickly. Wasting a bit of ammo there, but that's fine. We have more than enough shotgun rounds. Oh, especially when we get more of that. Isaac Graves' diary. The pay was generous, the benefits were good. Most importantly, they promised me I'd be contributing to the state-of-the-art medical tech research. Computer, please, I'm trying to read. For a university teacher stuck working in nowhere America, it was a golden opportunity, like winning the lottery, so I went for it. I made the pitch to my family and we agreed to move here to Raccoon City. Well, hindsight is 20/20, because this lab is a den of monsters who conduct cruel and barbaric experiments for the sole purpose of taking human life, in the most sickening way possible. It's messed up, the world needs to know, but every time I work up enough courage to blow the whistle, I think of Penny and Casey, and immediately chicken out. Umbrella owns this town. There was a guy they caught trying to smuggle out company secrets. They essentially fed him to one of the betas. Fed him. I saw the whole thing. I got my wife and daughter into this. I just need to do my job, do as I'm told, for their sake, but let this be a testament that I do have a conscience, and that I've learnt my lesson. Well, learning your lesson isn't enough, mate. Oh, I meant to check the map with Q instead. Right, so that's everything here, let's get a move on. Here's something rumbling over there. It's probably those zombies we saw through the window earlier. Are you real? Nope, he's also fake. Good to know. Ah, wonderful. I'm sure that they conducted a lot of ethical research in here. It's good that we don't have to worry about any of these guys coming back as zombies, at least. Essay on vaccine synthesis. On the roles of antigens and advocants in vaccine synthesis by Dr. Nathaniel Bard. So we know that he's dead now. Chief Researcher, Spencer Memorial Hospital. To most effectively synthesize a vaccine, both an antigen and an advocant are required. The antigen provides an immune response, while the advocant increases the effects of such responses, leading to increased antibody production. By combining samples of those two ingredients, one can create a protein vaccine base. By processing this vaccine base with our proprietary equipment, a larger batch of vaccine can be created with astonishing ease. What's more, my latest antigen and advocant samples will yield unprecedented rates of antibody production, producing more than 1,000 times the yield of traditional materials. This not only makes it an effective vaccine, but also a potential way to eliminate existing infections. Well, that sounds good.
To begin vaccine synthesis, place the materials in the chamber.
Right, it looks like we have to make it ourselves.
Synthesis? I have to make it myself? Alright, gotta figure this out.
Yeah, don't worry, Joe, it's actually going to be quite easy. We just have to find the correct materials. Right, you're not there. You're also not real.
Override key successfully generated.
What have we here?
Override key removed.
Now we get a flash drive that we can use to access the downstairs area. Excellent. Is there anything else in this room? Oh, other than that, obviously. Nope, doesn't look like it. Oh, this looks like a barrel of fun down there. Well, we're gonna have to walk down there later and then we'll get a better look at everything. Let's see, is there any other items we can loot here? Not that I can see, I think it's just the machine. Alright then, let's get back out of here. How's the inventory looking? It's still decent. Alright, let's open this up with our flash drive. Good old 90s technology.
Override key at all times until evacuation is complete.
Hi, zombies. Oh, I think I completely missed his head. Let's make sure he's dead. That would be a pale head. Come on, stay still for me, pale head. Well, that was a terrible aim. Let's try again. That time we got him. Right, there's another one over there. Let's get him while he's on the floor. Much easier target. It looks like these are all body bags. Right, is there any more pale heads? There's one there. Let's see if we can hit him through here. Or if it will count as hitting a wall while he can't see us. Oh, perfect. Yeah, it's much easier to hit them if they haven't noticed us yet. Shipping notice. Cargo Nemesis. Alright, now we're learning about the guy. Shipping route, CDG to JFK to RC. Shipping date, September 1st, 1998. He was stored here for quite a while before he actually attacked us, it looks like. Shipping type, Class 1 hazardous materials. Additional notes. All transit within the United States is to be made via helicopter. Take extreme care during takeoff and landing, as shock to the parcel may potentially lead to self-activation. We here at the European branch are excited to hear your thoughts and evaluation of this newest prototype, and are pleased to offer their specimen to you for testing. It's been through numerous trials and possesses incredible destructive power, so please exercise extreme caution when using it. Lead developer, Dr. Herman Frankel. Did I just hear another zombie moving? Let's see, are you already dead? Oh no, that's the guy we just killed. Right, so you're another one. Can we kill you from here before you see us? Did he just turn? I think he just turned. Well, we just shot his mouth off, I think. That was good. He can't bite us now. Let's see, let's explore this place first before we go down there. Shotgun shells. And some explosive powder. How's the inventory looking? Still looking good. Right, so let's check the map. So this way leads down to the machinery room. What's upstairs? Upstairs leads to the lab. That area looks shorter, so let's go there first. Wait, did we kill you already? No, he's another fake body. Never mind. So the pale heads definitely do go down with one headshot, so we can walk over their bodies fine. Oh baby, look what it is, it's our old friend. Was that it? Oh, come on, game. They cover animation short.
Oh, an antigen sample. I'll definitely need this for the vaccine.
That's meant to last like 2 or 3 times as long. Oh, disgusting. I'm glad that happened. Weapon authorization request. Dear Dr. Emerson, I would like to formally request that the weapon we normally reserve for the bioweapon synthesis team be made available for any employees interfacing with the administration and dismissal of test subjects. These test subjects do not present the same levels of danger as our bioweapon products, but I believe that this weaponry authorization is advisable as outlined below. Recently, some test subjects have developed a new mutation granting them very high regrowth abilities. Our team refers to these specimens as paleheads. They have been appearing with regularity, but the specific cause has not yet been determined. The astonishing rate at which these paleheads regenerate makes it difficult to deliver a lethal blow with standard weaponry. If any sort of system failure were to occur within our facility, we would be woefully unprepared to defend ourselves. For this reason, I would like to request that high-powered weaponry capable of subduing the paleheads be issued to all of our employees, working in shipping and processing. This will ensure that in the event of an emergency, we will be able to quickly eliminate the threat and evacuate safely. Thank you very much for your consideration. Shipping and Processing Manager, Gabriel Reed. While I was reading that, I just recognised this theme is like a remix from a theme from another Resident Evil game. It probably is Resident Evil 3 because obviously this is a remake, I'm just not fully sure. But I remember it from the end of one of their games. Wait a second. Oh, that's Resident Evil Survivor music. Oh my god, they actually brought something back from Resident Evil Survivor. Okay, that's shocking that they actually did that, but I'm happy they did. I probably should replay that game again, just because it's so bad. Oh. Well, I'm not going to fall for that obvious trap. Wait. You're still dead, right? How are you still alive? No, I think he's dead. I think he just has to fall down here scripted or something. Never mind. Right, our inventory, we definitely need to deposit some stuff, but we're right near a save room, so that's fine. I'm still just reeling from the fact that they brought back Resident Evil Survivor music. Right. Oh, look at all this high-grade gunpowder. That could make so many Magnum shells. I think that's what we're gonna do. Let's do it now. Just continue combining these. There you go, an extra 9 bullets. That'll be much more useful than the shotgun rounds, because we've already got loads of them. Right, now where's the other gunpowder? There it is. May as well make some more normal bullets. We have a lot of handgun ammo, I just noticed, but that's good because we're going to use basically all of it. And that's not a joke. So let's put it away for now. See, let's take back the Magnum ammo and recharge our Magnum. Right, what's next? I guess we can leave the culture sample here. We're going to come back to the save room anyway with it. Just in case there's more than 4 items. Even though I really doubt it. Actually, yeah, I completely doubt it, so never mind. Okay, let's go. Let's get the shotgun back out. Did I just hear a zombie? I'm pretty sure I did, but I don't know where from. Ivory, let's go down here now. Right, you're blatantly a zombie. Or not. Okay, never mind. Scientist dying message. It's happened. Our worst case scenario. The T-virus has somehow leaked. Under orders from Dr. Bard, I'm to manufacture mass quantities of a vaccine. I prepared a culture of a T-virus antigen. Now I just need to combine it with an advocate to enhance its effects. And I should be able to produce enough vaccine to save all the surviving citizens. The advocate sample is stored in the incubation lab. Test subjects are already wandering the halls, but I'd better find a way to get some samples while their culture is maturing. If I don't make it back, please complete the synthesis process. Try to find a way to stop this outbreak. It's the least we can do, after setting these horrible events in motion. If he gets up later, I'm going to be annoyed, because we did just shoot his head with a shotgun blast. Zombie. Not a zombie. Oh, wait. We should go to the other side of here. There's probably an item. Yep, there's an item. Oh, acid rounds. Excellent. We don't actually have any of them, so that's good. On that note, let's actually, shortcut this to number 4. And then load in the acid rounds. Actually, no, never mind. Let's have explosives. I think that'll be more useful. So I was thinking in case we fight any hunters, but I'd rather keep it prepared for groups.
This must be what powers it.
Hi. Alright, let's see if there's anything down here before we go through. Ah, first aid spray. How's the inventory looking? We've still got a bit of space. Maybe I should have deposited more stuff. Never mind. Oh. This room. Let's just double check our inventory. Yeah, we should be fine. Yep, Jill would know because she did fight one in the first Resident Evil game. So it looks like they're mass-producing tyrants, probably like Mr. X. Except that these are all horribly mutated. And here's the hunters. I think that's some sort of embryo there, doing something too. Oh, loot. See, now we're fully out of inventory space. Oh well, let's continue. The game's auto-saving, that's not a good sign. Right, you're already dead. Right, so that's where we need to synthesize the stuff over there. Oh, hi zombies. Oh no, not one of you guys. Several of them. Let's just shoot them with a grenade. Seriously? You dodged the grenade? You dead? These guys can take a surprising beating. Let's shoot them with another grenade. Right, that sounded like it definitely killed them. Oh, I thought I dodged it then. Okay, he's dead this time. How's our health? Well, it's still fine. Zombie? Pale head. Let's wait for him to get in a nice, convenient angle so we're less likely to miss, even though it is me talking. Okay, at least we still got him with our second shot. Yeah, I thought you'd be a zombie. It didn't sound like she died. No, never mind, she's dead. Right, can we just combine it? We can. Excellent. There we go. Now we've got the vaccine base. Let's see, do we have any more? That would make fire grenades. Is there any other explosive powder in here? Expression of concern. Senior Fellow Dr. Frankel. Oh, that's the guy who made the Nemesis. Please allow me to send my heartfelt congratulations for you and your colleagues at Umbrella Europe for completing Nemesis, a truly remarkable achievement in the field of bioweapons research, introducing a parasitic organism into the tyrant's brain to gain external control of it. How can I not marvel at such a wild idea? However, from a medical perspective, I must emphatically state my disapproval of this shift away from established Umbrella policy. By turning to the use of parasites, you are setting a dangerous precedent. Viruses can be kept in check. I believe an effective vaccine can be developed for any virus on Earth, with abundant funding and a bountiful of samples, of course. Can you say the same about parasites, however? Doctors have tried in vain to develop a vaccine for malaria. Parasites like Plasmodium, I guess that's how you say that, are far more genetically complex than the T virus, and to think they will submit to control is utter folly. Perhaps in your country, consumers are willing to buy automobiles with no brakes, but here in America, they know better. Then again, I recall you have a degree in economics, so no doubt you're already devising a brilliant marketing strategy to win over the naysayers. I look forward to your talk at the forum in Berlin next month. In the meantime, I shall be exploring medical solutions to the hubristic problem you foisted on us. Sincerely, Nathaniel Bard, PhD.
So it's called the Nemesis.
Yep, it's the Nemesis. So Jill's finally aware of what it is. It's this parasitic tyrant that's trying to kill us. Alright, let's just take this and make some fire grenades then. Oh, and some normal gunpowder. Yeah, sure, why not? Is that everything? It looks like it. Oh, there was some explosive B all along. Oh well. We can't really take this one with us, sadly. Let's see, what could we drop? Probably drop the red herb. Either a full heal is always good. I'm trying to think what would be more useful at the moment. To have extra heal and get extra ammo. I don't think we're going to need every single handgun bullet we have. So let's discard these 10 bullets. I think having over 100 handgun bullets is probably enough. There are betas in there, so let's get some acid rounds out just in case. Let's just sneak by the tyrants because we're less likely to be attacked by a tyrant, I think. Oh dear. Yeah, that was obvious. Let's get the hand grenades out. Oh, you're still alive. You dead? Is that all of them? Okay, that's all of them. Right, we just used up our 3 hand grenades, but I think that's probably the best spot to use them. Because hunters can one-shot kill us if we're not careful. We don't need to worry about him because he's not getting up. You gonna get up now? No, he is actually staying dead. Good. Let's just get out of here quickly in case any of these body bags open up. And let's go make the vaccine. Right, let's insert the vaccine base. Let's examine it first. This is technically a vaccine, but it needs to be processed for distribution. Perhaps there's equipment for that purpose. Of course there is. Let's use it. Right, and now it's time for a puzzle. Right, it looks like we need to get everything in that 50 range. There we go. Mid, high, low.
Synthesizing vaccine.
Yes.
Synthesis complete. Please remove the vaccine canister.
And we have the vaccine for the T-virus. Get off the nemesis. Right, and now we just need to escape the facility now that we have the vaccine. Let's just get out of here. on, Jill, let's go. Come on. Come on, Jill. Oh, we need to hold W down. Good old quick time events. But they're really unclear with what they want you to do. Yeah, burn in hell, Nemesis. And we have access to a save room. Excellent. And we're getting a load of ammo. We're also suspiciously close to the gigantic arena. That's good. I don't think anything bad's going to happen here. Right, we need to drop off some stuff. First though, let's examine the vaccine. A vaccine that can prevent and cure the T-virus. This should be enough to treat many people, even the whole of Raccoon City. So we just need to get this to the authorities now so they call off the missile strike. So let's prepare ourselves for the upcoming boss fight. So I've just organised the inventory for the upcoming boss fight. So we're going to take our shotgun, most of our grenades, our handgun, and the magnum, just in case we need it. So let's get going. Disposal Center. Disposal Center Protocols. This facility is to be used for the dissolution and disposal of test subjects used in the Nest 2 experiments. The potent solvents used will ensure that any biological matter within the vat, living or dead, is completely dissolved and ready for disposal. Please follow all safety protocols when using the disposal center. Always confirm that no employees are in the chamber before beginning the dissolution process. Always use the regulated amount of solvent, regardless of the volume or mass being disposed of. If a test subject reacts violently, do not halt the disposal process. Leave the chamber filled for at least 12 hours and then check for complete dissolution before draining. So this is how we're finally going to kill Nemesis, by literally melting him.
What in God's name is this place?
This is the answer we've been looking for, Jill. So all we have to do is knock Nemesis down there, make him unconscious, and then fill it with acid. Or solvents in this case. Let's take some extra flame rounds and then let's get moving.
Nikolai, don't! The city needs that vaccine!
More than I do. I don't think the wisdom I've been trying to impart on you is getting through. Now I know you can't put a price on life. But I'm in this business to get paid. So let's make a deal. You go down there, battle the Nemesis, and I'll recall it all and sell the combat art. Put on a good show, and maybe I don't need the vaccine. Agreed? Good.
Nikolai, you're an asshole. Also, we didn't need the helping hand to go down here and fight Nemesis. We were gonna do it ourselves. So, for Nemesis, we're just gonna start by emptying all of our grenades on him. So the mine grenades and the explosives will stun lock him for some free damage. Just need to reload our next set of grenades. out of explosive and mine grenades, so we can't stun him too easily anymore. Wow, I have no idea how I just dodged that, but okay. Right, let's get out our Magnum.
Jill, is that you?
Carlos?
You're okay. Let me spot for you.
Good idea.
Right, so Carlos is going to help us melt this guy. Jeez, Nemesis, calm down. I'm just going to wait until the fire's finished burning so we do extra damage. Right, so similar to the previous boss fight, he's now going to run around the room. Oh, hi, zombie.
Watch it, you've got company!
So this is a perfect opportunity to run around and grab some ammo. So there are a couple of zombies here, so we just have to be a little bit careful. Right, so where is he going, Carlos? Give us a hand. Number 5.
Hiding behind tank 5!
There we go.
Rip that fucker apart!
Get our Magnum out. Oh, jeez. Well, I'm glad he missed us on his own, then, because I failed that dodge completely. Right, we're now out of Magnum shots. I think he's going to go around the room again. Yeah, he is.
Here comes some more!
Right, is there any more loot in this room? No, we got everything. Good to know. So one more zombie again? Nope, looks like that's all of them. Right, which tank are you gonna hide behind this time, you bastard? Come on, Nemesis, pick one already. Number 1.
Behind number 1!
Come on, let's reload these grenades, Jill. Is he going away again? Yeah, he's going away again.
Got some more incoming!
Gonna get close and personal with these zombies, make sure they're definitely dead. Whoa,
Number 3!
number 3.
I got this!
Oh, nice one, Carlos. Just drench him in that acid.
Well, I'll take it.
No, it still worked. But he's mad. Nemesis is really mad right now. Man, not Nemesis, Carlos is loving this fight. Right, he's going up again. Time for some more zombies.
Here comes some more!
Where are you going this time, Nemesis?
Look out!
Just shoot him while he's down. We don't have to play fair when we're fighting Nemesis. Is he down? Yeah, looks like we beat him.
Chill! Here comes a crane. Use it to climb up.
Come on. Come on.
Chill! Get back!
Nice one, Carlos. It's time to dissolve this bastard.
I'm gonna melt this fucker into mush.
Now that's satisfying.
Okay, I'll meet you up ahead.
Nikolai, where did you go?
So the only loose end now is to get the virus vaccine back from Nikolai.
I have to get that vaccine back.
So we've got one more save room. This is the last one of the game. So let's use it. Weapons spec sheet. Redacted. Project title. Ferromagnetic Infantry Use Next Generation Railgun. Development codenamed Finger. Chief Developer Nest 2 Lead Researcher Colonel Garner. Assistant Developer United States Army. Ammo caliber 60mm. Muzzle velocity 6,000 meters per second, I think that is. Project objective, suppression of new bioweapons in case of outbreak. Additional notes, extreme firepower provides the secondary benefit of completely obliterating the target, leaving no trace behind. User feedback, this thing is totally rad, time is out of line, just give him a finger and problem solved. Packs the firepower we need, it will be even better if there is a way to control the output. Mobility may prove to be problematic in the field, perhaps its platform could be refined. It requires multiple power sources, may be difficult to secure in practice. Could you consolidate to a single power source? Right, so we've just been told about the railgun. So we're going to get to use that soon. Oh, some extra gunpowder. Right, so now we have to prepare ourselves for the final fight of the game. So to do this, we're going to take... To begin with, let's just check we have all the... Yeah, that's all the gunpowder, so let's just combine that. Let's take the Magnum ammo. Alright, so that's all the Magnum shots we have left. So we've used basically all of our grenades now. So we're going to keep the grenade launcher on us just for the hell of it, but that's not going to be our main weapon anymore. We used that all on the previous boss. Let's actually reload this. So, I mentioned earlier quite a few times about how we wanted to try and save as many handgun bullets as possible. This is the moment. We are taking every single handgun bullet we have. And we're also going to take every single shotgun shell we have. And then we're going to fill up our inventory with healing. And this is going to be what we go into the final fight with. So let's save the game. So let's go chase down Nikolai and get this vaccine back. And there's the railgun that we just heard about. Man, how I'd love to use that. But we've got a job to do.
It's done. Give me the vaccine, you greedy son of a bitch.
No. You print money. I like money. We shall make ours an ongoing arrangement. Now drop the gun!
Hi, Nemesis. Sadly, we didn't have 12 hours to fully melt him, it seems.
Have you ever seen anything so incredible? The data on this would be worth millions. But, you know how it is. City's about to explode, and you can't put a price on life. Good luck!
Nikolai!
Jill!
Go after Nikolai! He's got the vaccine!
What about you?
We're running out of time. I've got this.
I know you do.
Look, just so you know, this is the last fucking time.
So now it's time to finally take down Nemesis. So let's get the railgun out.
Opening compartment.
Let's get the railgun. Use it to blast a hole in this bastard.
Cooldown in progress. Please reactivate power sources.
Damn, it needs power.
So we need to buy time by keeping Nemesis at bay so we can get those power nodes back in.
Felt that, did you? How about some more?
And this is why I stocked up on all that handgun ammo. It's because we need to shoot these glowing red pustules. So just keep an eye out for each of these attacks. Right, where are you going to attack next? Oh, no, I saw that one slightly too late. So all of Nemesis' attacks can basically one-shot us. So we need to be very careful. Luckily he's very sluggish, so as long as if we properly time this, we should be fine to dodge all the attacks. Where's that pustule? There it is. No, reload. Right, we got it. Now we have to go push these in while he's stunned.
Two power sources remaining.
Right, just gotta do it 2 more times.
I'm gonna put you right back on your ass.
Let's pick up some more ammunition. Nope, it's gonna do a big one, it looks like. One more on his left side. Right, he's down. Come on, Jill, get it in there.
One power source remaining.
You think I don't know how to fuck you up?
Right, where's the next ones? Ah, damn it. I thought I dodged that, but I dodged too early. So this fight is really just like your final exam for dodging in this game. Right, he's down. Let's get in there. Come on. Get it in there before he gets back up, Jill. Good job.
Sick of your shit.
Right, just one more time. Because we want a good shot with that railgun. Right, it's another heal. Let's equip this and throw some grenades. See if we can clear out several of these at once. Right, I think none of those worked, sadly, so back to the handgun. Right, we need to get some more healing. Let's check the other side for healing. Ah, I should have dodged the other way. I should have brought more healing with us. Now we're fully out, I think. I don't think there's anything else to loot in this room. There is, over here. Oh, I accidentally opened up my friends list. Nope, close that. That's not important. What's important is killing Nemesis. Is he down? He's down. Take this, you bastard. Oh yeah, just get closer, Jill, and put it right in his fucking mouth.
Come on! Next time, take the fucking hit!
Oh, that's the most refreshing bath of all. That's better than any fire hydrant. Right. So we got through that using up basically all of our supplies, but that's alright, because that's exactly why we kept all of our bullets in the first place. Oh, it's an extra heal. How's our health looking? It's looking fine. Right, the alarm's going off, that means a missile's coming. We need to get out of here right now. Right, there's the lift.
Can't let Nikolai get away with that vaccine. I hope Carlos managed to stop him.
I would love to have a look around, but right now we should definitely just get out of here, because we're about to be nuked.
I can still catch him.
I love how we're just drenched in his blood. We're a true warrior.
You're not going to stop. Promised you this, didn't I?
No! Do you have any idea what you've just done?
No, don't care. My client ordered me to reduce Umbrella to rubber.
10 minutes until missile
Ah.
impact.
The missile has launched. And that is my cue. Goodbye, Miss Valentine. Shame you didn't listen to me when you had the chance.
Jill! Shoot him!
I can't! I'll hit you!
Do it! You have to! There's no other way.
Fuck you, Nikolai.
Carlos!
Hey, I told you I couldn't leave you in a Carlos's world. That would just be too cruel. What about him?
Why'd you do it?
There's a price tag for everything. Even letting the world burn.
Who are you working for?
I'll tell you, if you get me out of here. I'll pay you whatever you want. You're a fool. You're a fool! If I die, you'll never find out the truth.
I don't mind a little detective work.
Jill, you all right?
There it is.
It's finally over.
So long, Marcy.
I felt empty and cold as the heat from the blast washed over us. All this death wasn't caused by a monster-making virus. It was greed. Human greed. I decided then and there, the ashes of Raccoon City would be Umbrella's ashes too. I would end them, once and for all.
So that's the end of Resident Evil 3. For the most part, anything I can say about this game is going to be echoing what I said about Resident Evil 2. I prefer these remakes over the original games, even though the original games are still solid. These are just better than the originals, they're actually really well made, and I approve of most of the changes. But I am going to say the big difference between Resident Evil 2 and this one is that Resident Evil 2 is more atmospheric, I'm going to say, while this one is more action-based. If I'm going to pick one that I'm going to replay more often, it's going to be this game. If I'm going to play one that I'm just going to enjoy going through the experience again, like nice and slowly soaking it all in, it's going to be Resident Evil 2. I just feel like the atmosphere of that game is more slow-paced, it's more of a slow burn, while this one is more high-paced with more set pieces, and the chase scenes are more hectic and everything than in Resident Evil 2. So, the biggest difference to this game compared to the original is definitely that Nemesis is actually scary now. I'm going to say during the original game, as soon as I realised Nemesis' big flaw is that if you keep the door on camera, he can't come after you. because he has to come in from off screen. He can't open up the door while it's in screen. And as soon as I realised that, on like my first playthrough, he was no longer scary because I knew I would always be safe if I kept it on screen while I prepared myself. In this game, you don't have that luxury. If he's after you, he is after you. You have to get out, you have to dodge him, or you die. And it's way better as a result. Nemesis is just like so much more aggressive in this game, it's ridiculous. Obviously in the original game you were tank controls, so even though he was less aggressive, he was still incredibly dangerous, because if he ran at you with a punch, you had to tank control out of it or you were dead. Here you have to dodge out of it or you're dead. You still could dodge in the original game, but it was kind of harder to do, I'm going to say. I was never too used to doing it. So I should probably talk about the flaws of this game, because the positives, they kind of all speak for themselves. It's just a really wonderful game, it's really well made, everything about it's brilliant. The flaws are, the clock tower is a huge sticking point for me. The clock tower here is just a single boss fight, that's it, and a single area you walk through before. The clock tower in the original game was a really nice area. Even though it was small, it felt very atmospheric, it was enjoyable to be in. And when it got destroyed by the helicopter, you actually felt like, oh no, not the clock tower, I love that place. Also, the park just doesn't exist in this game. Like, they completely removed the park. I never cared for the park in the original game, it was more just a formality you had to get through, but it still would have been nice to see some of it. Like, there was no Gravedigger boss fight either as a result, and the Gravedigger was pretty cool. Because I was thinking they were going to bring in the Gravedigger, because in the original game it was in the downtown where you saw it hatching, and then eventually you would fight it in the park. So it was kind of spanning the whole game, while here it's just not even present. It's kind of underwhelming, sadly. But as a result, they made the hospital a lot longer. In the original game, the hospital was a formality you had to get through. Here, it's actually a big area with a huge horde boss fight, and the hunters and everything. It's good. The Drain demos, I've heard complaints that the Drain demo section is too short here, but to be honest, they weren't really in the original game much either. They were only in a couple of screens. So I prefer what we did in this game with the Drain demos in the power plant. Because in the original game, they were just in about 3 or 4 screens, I think. There were the 2 different types of them, and that was really it. And you just kind of avoided them if possible, because they were jerks. Let's see, what else can I talk about? I guess the lack of puzzles is a problem in this game, I'm gonna say. There's a too few of them, and also the game is really linear. Like, going with the action-based nature of it, there's no real detours you can take other than getting a couple of bonus pieces of ammunition. In the original game, the downtown was split into 3 main areas, and you could tackle them in basically whichever order you wanted. While here, you have to go in the specific order. You have to get the hose to put out the water, you have to go to the power plant to turn on the power, and you have to go back, and then you have to go to the train. And there's nothing really that you can do other than doing that order. Which is a shame. And on that note, I've heard people complain about the length of this game. This game is clearly meant to be replayed. Like, all the bonuses you get from beating the game, that you get from the store for beating so many enemies over multiple playthroughs and everything, you're clearly meant to replay the game on the harder difficulties. While Resident Evil 2 was more about the solo experience of actually going through the longer game, rather than replaying the shorter game. But I will say they could have made this game so much longer and more replayability friendly to people who don't care about the difficulty if they just brought back the choice events that were in the original game. In the original game, you would have these events where the screen would go white and you would get a choice. It would be something like jump out of a window, press the emergency brake, or don't pick one in time and then you take damage or something because you're an indecisive fool. And as a result of those choices, you had different boss fights, you had different character interactions, and you even had a different ending by the end of it. So, like, if they re-brought that back in, then they could have added, like, more replayability as a result, similar to the original game. And it's such a shame they didn't do that, because that was a really good point of the original game, where you could just see what your choice meant, and then the next time through, you could pick the other thing. And you would learn how to get the asshole Joe route, which was amazing. when she would just make every single character incredibly annoyed at her due to her making asshole decisions. Like, the best one was, if you don't help Brad and fight the zombie that's attacking him, then rather than being nice and polite, he's like, well, what was I supposed to do, Jill? You left me there, you idiot. It was wonderful. I've said pretty much all I need to say, I think, about this game now. I do think it speaks for itself as a solid game, similar to Resident Evil 2. Definitely the shorter game, but more replayability for it as a result. I just really wish that they brought back some of those flaws I mentioned, because the game would have been so much better with a clock tower, with events you could pick. So much better. It was still a good game though, still an amazing game, just... it could have been a little bit more perfect, you know? Brought to you by Capcom. So let's check out this new Nightmare mode we just unlocked. For hardcore fans of a series, enemies behave more aggressively, enemy attacks are much stronger, and enemies and items appear in different locations. So this basically sounds like an arrange mode. In the original Resident Evil Director's Cut, I think it was added in, there was this arrange mode where the item locations and enemies were different to the original game, but I don't believe they were random. I think they were just like a second layout of the game was made to basically just give you a second version of the game. I think it was designed to be harder, maybe, but also just to be different. So this is what this sounds like. I don't think it's an actual randomizer. It may be a randomizer. That would be cool because randomizers are always good. But, you know, if they don't add one in themselves, it'll get added sooner or later by the modding team because it always does. Like, every Resident Evil game, I think, at this point has a randomizer. Maybe not Survivor. I wouldn't be surprised if Survivor doesn't have one, but most of them do. So there'll be one for this sooner or later if they haven't added one in themselves. So I will try playing that at some point. The enemies being more aggressive sounds like that's going to be a big issue for me because I need to get better at the game, dodging and stuff. But the actual random location sounds fun. So then, before we finish, I would just like to point out again that we don't have a Regina outfit for Jill. I don't know if I need to unlock it somehow or if it's just not in the game. That's a real shame because that was one of the best parts of the original game, was dressing up as Regina. It just looked so cool. And obviously I have that mod for Resident Evil 2 I used on the no item box run for Claire, and it just looks so cool. So it's a shame they haven't added it. Let's check the time. So for an S rank you need to beat the game in 2.5 hours with 5 or fewer saves. I don't know if it's an S plus rank or not, or if it's just an S rank. We still haven't done that in Resident Evil 2 yet. I need to do that at some point. I tried it many times, but I just kept failing. In the police station I got hit too many times or something, and I kept having to reset it, and I never ended up finishing it. I should try and do it at some point. So before we finish, let's just check out the shop. So then, with the new points we unlocked on that playthrough, we already bought in the last part the Stars gear and the Samurai Edge before we began, and we used them obviously. We don't have enough yet to buy the Infinite Assault Rifle or the Infinite Rocket Launcher, but I could buy the Infinite Handgun and also some of these other things to help make the future playthroughs better. So I'm probably going to get the Crafting Companion to increase the amount of ammo you get. Because even though you need to hold it while you do that, the fact you can just put it in an item box and make stuff while you're at the item box, that's just basically going to make that a free item that's an upgrade. The field combat manual will let you dodge more often, but you need to hold it at the time. I feel like that's going to make me worse at the game though if I was to use that, because that wouldn't get me used to dodging, it would just get me used to the free dodges that it gives you. I like how it's signed by Chris Redfield. Let's have a quick check through the concept art. Let's have a look at the donut shop. There we go. Look, you can sit at the front and eat your donuts on a bench with an astronaut. That's amazing. It's a pity this place is now obliterated in the rest of Raccoon City. Oh no, and down here. Oh no, Joe, look out. You're about to get your head crushed by Nemesis. And here's a nice close-up of the Nemesis' face, as well as having his bag on his head. There's another one of that as well. Nemesis with a bag on his head. I do like how he starts the game with that bag on his head and then it just burns off and you see his face afterwards. I do like how instead of like a trench coat or something, Nemesis's outfit is literally just like biohazard material just stretched around his body. And finally, let's have a look at a couple of the models. We got Jill here. Let's check through her poses. We got Jill with a handgun. Jill with a railgun. Oh yeah, go Jill. And poor zombie Jill. Oh well. There you got Stars Jill with a shotgun, with a knife, and a zombie Jill. And we have classic Jill with the grenade launcher, the magnum, and of course, the zombie Jill. And we have Carlos with a knife, with a grenade, and a zombie Carlos. And Brad, as is human, and you guessed it, zombie Brad. Ah, poor Brad. And for some reason we have this guy in there. He's in the game for a couple of seconds before he was murdered by Nikolai. Oh, there's a dog here. Oh no, pouncing dog. Normal dog, pouncing dog. And finally, we have Nemesis in his stage 2 form. Oh no, look out, Joey's going to slash your face open. And then there he's got a big throbbing tentacle instead of an arm. I do like how during the second boss fight he's got both hands, and then in the final boss, well, the final boss fight for stage 2, he has just this big throbbing tentacle instead. Which is more similar to his stage 2 form in the original game, since instead of a more dog-like William Birkin appearance he has here, he was just his tyrant form but these tentacles all over him. And one of his attacks, he would grab you with a tentacle and throw you over his head, smash you into the ground, throw you back over his head, smash you into the ground, and throw you over his head all the way across the room into the ground. It's such an asshole attack, but it was amazing. Yeah, sadly we don't have that many things unlocked yet, so we can't see Nemesis's other forms, which would be interesting. So, that's the end of Resident Evil 3. Definitely a great game, and I'm going to replay it a lot. I will eventually make the minimalist no item box run again, because I enjoyed doing that in Resident Evil 2, so I'm going to enjoy doing it again. Whether I can do S rank, I haven't managed it in Resident Evil 2 yet, so we'll see what happens with that, sadly. But I'll definitely be playing this game on my own a lot more. It's just such a fun game. It's got its flaws. I've already mentioned its flaws during the credits, the no clock tower and stuff, but it's still just such a good game. It's so fun. It's just, it feels good to fight Nemesis. And in the end of the day, that's what Resident Evil 3 Nemesis should be all about. Feeling good when you beat Nemesis up. Finally. After all the shit he puts you through. So, see you for the next game. Until then, be lovely to each other.